And sneak up on the pond to see if we can see that fish again. The first time it started to submerge before we even got there. Fluffy has a way of getting ahead of me. So it's a dead giveaway that somebody's around when the toads start hopping into the water. Not toads, frogs, I'm sorry. And warn it was over there, but I don't know where it ended up after that. It was barely visible to begin with. No, I'm not seeing it. Oh, yeah. We didn't have quite a bit bad storms. I mean, we had some, just not as bad as it was down south in some areas. Thank goodness it didn't last too long. And actually, the power only went out at my house for like a minute or so, came on. But then there was quite a bit of surging. So, I don't know. I hope my circuit breaker worked well. Not circuit breaker. Power surge bar that I had my phone plugged into. They seem to be okay. The USB cords are still working for the most part. But I didn't realize it was even surging at first. I just thought the AC was like, you know, circulating whatever, shutting off before it needed to come back on again, cycling. And then I realized at one point it was doing short cycling, and quite often I was like, well, something's up with that. So sometime this week I've got to go down and look around my circuit breaker box and make sure there's not been any leakage of water through the wall or down the where the wires come in from outside. So volunteered to work the gates at the fair 2 or 3 times. The last day, of course, it was so wet after the, I think it was like Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday they just sent us home because hardly anybody was even coming into the fair at that point. But later that day, the rain slowed down and it did get busier, and it did pick up some. Just not a good turnout for the fair this year, so I hope they made some money as opposed to not enough to try to get some good events or entertainment next year. We had Bobby Mackey though on, I think it was Thursday night. It was pretty nice. Okay, hold on a second. All right, what are we doing, Fluffy? You're not cooperating. It usually always rains fair week anyway. Just not this much. I mean, there's been times past this rain almost every day of the week, but not like the rains that we had this time. Anyway, trying to think if there's any news outside of what was left over from the tornado. I mean, hurricane down south, which I'm sure spawned some tornadoes somewhere. We had a lot of high winds and a lot of rain, but it didn't really reach those proportions, so to speak. Oh, come on, Nala. Kitty, 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 kitty. Catch up with us. Stay with us. She's a pretty good girl, I have to say. It's really not that far away. It's only like about that far. But I can keep track of the traffic. Make sure we stay off the roads. Sometimes she'll try to charge on across the road, so. Off the road, Nala. No, off the road. Don't go, don't cross yet. Wait. Yep. Good girl, good girl. You want to wait. Thank you. Thank you for waiting. Whew. That smelled like skunk. Oh, I bet it was a car full of somebody smoking weed. That's funny stuff. They either hit a skunk or we've had a lot of weed. Disgusting. No. Nothing very notable. Everything's still around here for right now. I did get to see 3 deer across the road going east as I was leaving for church this morning, so that was nice. Okay. Still kind of overcast here. What are we doing? Oh, I'm sorry. Sometimes I wish you would just verbalize or something. Like, let me know. Oh, here, there, bee pollinating field. It's still standing up for the most part. Okay, gonna let you go. Bye.